Johnny Five. How are you, sir?
Salud. Welcome, everyone.
Very, very cool. And Mr. Wheezy.
What's going on, man?
We thank Mr. Wheezy for all the production value, but not tonight. Tonight we are live, folks. I apologize. I'm a little bit under the weather. Wheezy, I'm sorry. You don't get
no. Thank you to you tonight.
You don't get fluff for tonight, dude. For those out there.
Because you only helped them set up the live data, but okay.
Look, I'm trying to figure it all out, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, okay, well, fuck you.
Before we shamelessly plug tonight, I do want to say welcome, Shellheads. This is live. We are trying our best to try to bring you the best content we can. Please interact, chat, whatever it is. We want to be able to respond to whatever it is you guys are throwing in that chat. Hopefully it comes up. We can see it quick enough. But if you're a newcomer, before we do our shameless plugs, this is Drinks and Toys. And so I apologize for being under the weather, but basically, here's what we're about. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about in regards to toys. We got a little bit of a topic, but we want your interaction. We want you part of this. And then, of course, salud, whether it is a iced tea, lemonade, or a little bit of vodka in a cup, or in my case, a lot of vodka in a cup. We welcome you back. Have a great time with us and enjoy the evening. We run for about an hour, and if we keep going, it's only because you guys are feeding us, and we love having you here. So, Johnny, give us that shameless plug, man.
Hold up. No, let's wait on the plugs. Yeah, I'm really interested. We're you brought up the topic early, so I really want to get into that.
Okay, awesome.
We'll get to the plugs later. Yeah.
So, all right, that's cool. No worries. So, all right, let's go and do this. If you know who we are, you know our plugs, you know our websites, check out our podcast. It is Shellhead Toys on YouTube, but it comes up Shellhead Podcast as Drinks and Toys. You cannot miss us. Look for this on your YouTube. Like and subscribe. Wheezy, I know, is going to post everything he needs to in all the chats that he can. And of course, just look for us and get on board.
Because
not tonight, but every other night.
We told Wheezy to fuck off on it because
tonight he's nothing. So anyway, I don't even know why he's here. But so tonight we've got a little bit of like a two-parter. So our first thing we're going to talk about is if you broke as fuck, why are you hating on those who are collecting? So let's say that item comes out. I'm going to just give you an example. Not anything in particular. Let's talk about Mondo. Mondo puts out a great product. They put out those cool turtles for us in the beginning. They put out cool turtles for us now. They're doing the real Ghostbusters, which are great toys. And then you have those people that are always going to hate on it like, oh, I can't afford it. That's so terrible. Why would you order that? It's so stupid. Well, it's not stupid. You just don't have the money and you're hating on your fellow collectors. And that's not cool. So in regards, let's go ahead and start, I guess, with that topic and take off. So Wheezy, Johnny, do you have thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know if it's a new thing, but it's definitely become a thing. And is it because they're upset they can't afford it that they feel like, oh, I can't afford it, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bitch and moan and I'm gonna make it look bad. That way nobody else likes it and hope that I'm justified in me not getting it, even though I'm not getting it just because I can't afford it. Because people will sit there and they nitpick on every little aspect of it and act like it's the worst thing in the world. And they just talk and they dog the shit out of things. It's like, what's the point? Like, I don't understand the reasoning behind it.
I agree with that.
You know what? Those kind of people, I just don't need that kind of negativity in my life. I have to honestly say, I'm going to knock on wood. I have yet to encounter really anyone like that. I feel fortunate because, man, those are the kind of people I can't stand to be around. I'd be like, what the hell are you doing then? Yeah, I'd be like, what are you doing here then? Why are you even in this conversation? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's I feel like it's ridiculous and that's selfish. Like, just because, and I get it. Like, it's not a cheap hobby. It's an expensive hobby, especially with Mondo, those figures. And I myself have come across some of the Mondo figures and been like, man, that's really nice. I would like that figure. I'm not paying that for it though.
We have a chat. It says hello. It's from
What's up, Rebel Girl?
What's up? Welcome.
We missed you, girl. You're not on. We miss you.
So it was fun seeing you at the show.
So I guess most recently, like Tony was mentioning Mondo, but the most recent one I can think of where I'm seeing like a lot of the negativity, and obviously it's online, is with the Ecto One, right?
The HasLab.
The HasLab.
Okay. Yeah.
Really?
Let's go.
Bro, there's people in the chat in the comment sections. Oh, I hope this doesn't fund. Like, why? Like, you don't want it because you can't afford it, maybe? Whatever your reason is, you don't want it. Why are you gonna sit there and hope it doesn't fund for every fucking buddy else? It doesn't make sense. And one guy was even like, he's like, oh well, because the figures that are coming with it should be at retail. So if it doesn't fund, they'll put them at retail. And it's like, no, if it doesn't fund, they're gonna cancel the line. Like, people don't think logically, they just think they get upset because they can't afford it, whatever their situation is, and then they want to take it out and they sit there like, oh, well, on the Ecto One, this little piece isn't gray. It's like, well, this is a prototype. It has a year before it comes out. And every HasLab looks worse in the very beginning because they perfect it as it goes along. But people overlook that shit. They just pick the hell out of things like it's the worst thing in the world. It's like, yo, let other people have nice things. If you don't fucking like it, let me enjoy it. If you need the figures and they're not at retail, I'll buy 2 and sell you some figures. Like, Jesus. I don't get that mentality, man.
And I think that's just not exclusive to Ghostbusters and that HasLab. I think that's just there are some people out there that just simply love to hate. You know what I mean? Like they just have that in them where they'll pick and bitch and moan about anything. I mean, and I've seen people like that where someone's always like, oh, things could be better. Things could always be this. They're never satisfied or happy with whatever, their status in their life or whatever's going on. And those people drive me crazy. I'm like, yo, homeboy could win the lotto and still bitch about something. It's like, those people, they drive me insane. So yeah. And that sucks because it ruins things for everyone else that's just trying to enjoy it. And I'm like, you know what? Just because it's something you may not be into doesn't mean you have to piss on it for everyone else. You know
what, Johnny? To that point,
that's the internet. That's what sucks about that.
So it's social media, right? So I'm the first person to say I'm not a huge real Ghostbusters fan by any means.
No.
Yeah, I just like to make that known. No, like I watched it as a kid. It was cool. The show was cool. I enjoyed the movies, but the toys and everything's coming out now. I'm not running after it. That's not my thing. But I'm not going to talk shit about it. If anything, I'm trying to find a reason for me to buy it, to be like, all right, cool, I can resell this or something. Different motive, right? Like I enjoy it. I think the pieces are cool. Case in point, this weekend, we're at the show. Again, I apologize to everybody. I'm a little under the weather, so I sound like I've been smoking marbles all day, and I don't smoke at all. But
you know what? Of all this, it doesn't matter because if you look at our chat, Cool Story Bro agrees. Don't know
there you go.
Exactly.
That is, they agree. But
we're good.
Shout out to Cool Story Bro, 1988. Yeah, welcome.
I feel like that person's trolling us. They're like, "Cool Story, bro." By the way, 1988.
Yeah, I'm younger than y'all.
At the show, my buddy Will, you remember he brought the Ecto, the Blitzway Ecto. I've never seen one before in my life. This thing's in front of me, and Weezy's telling me, "Oh, it's going to be huge." And we get it out of the box again, giggity, and it is quite huge, giggity for the third time. And I'm looking at this thing, and it's crazy. I guess giggity 4, I don't know, but this thing is nuts. This isn't going to work for me. I'm 12, but this thing was really, really cool. Like, it had all kinds of attention to detail. I'm sorry. Under the hood.
You okay?
I can't. Under the hood, like it said Cadillac on the valve covers. They spent so much time on this toy. I say toy very loosely because that is the closest thing I can equate to a true, honest to God collectible piece. It was very cool. And even if you're not a Ghostbusters collector, that piece is almost enough to bring you into the lines because of how well it was made.
The thing is beautiful, especially when it's like 100% complete. That thing is massive and beautiful.
Yeah. Very, very, very cool piece.
All hell.
I was very happy and fortunate to have seen it, but even if you're not a collector, that is a great piece to get a hold of. So, I mean, you can be a hater on the price points or whatever it is, but you have to respect the fact that was a great piece and it was cool to actually see in person. But
excuse me. Right. Awesome. So cool story, bro, is actually a Ghostbusters fan.
I am a
So-
passionate ghost. Ah, Lord.
Passionate Ghostbusters fan. There you go. There you go, Tony. You're kind of getting outnumbered here, buddy.
How do we block people?
You mean how
Now,
we block Tony?
We appreciate you.
No, he's a fan. He is not being blocked.
We about to call him
Exactly.
CSB. CSB, thank you so much.
So I mean, and it sucks because I do understand sometimes where something's priced so high, it's not really accessible, and you're like, man, it's really shitty. Yeah, but I think if you're in that position though, to really kind of hate on it just because of that is, I don't know, it says something else about that person, and you're not really a fan of that, whatever it is, if that's really your gripe about it is the price. I mean, and I get it, like,
Well,
it sucks because everything is elevated. The price for everything is elevated. Like, it's insane. But to be a hater just because of that is, I think it's really dumb. Like, I'm not.
well, part of it, I mean, I understand there's a part that if you can't afford it, it's a bummer. But people need to realize that when you're collecting, there's just some things that aren't meant for you to easily collect, right? Like, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, but I can't get mad at people who own real Ecto ones because I can't afford a real Ecto one. That's just not something that's within my price bracket to be able to collect. There's just some things as a collector you can't just easily get. You might have to save up for years and years and years to get it. But you
HasLab,
get mad
Unicron.
at other people who can get it. Like, that's ridiculous to me. Like, I'd love to have life-size Ninja Turtles in my room. I can't afford that. A life-size Predator would be amazing. Mr. Fancy Pants over there.
Sorry.
Like, there's just some things, you can't collect. But just because I can't doesn't mean other people shouldn't be allowed to. That's just acid.
Exactly.
I think it's a great statement and a great view on it. It's like, again, like, not a big Ghostbusters guy, but if I had the opportunity to own Ecto 1 and I could afford it, yeah, that shit would be in my driveway. But if I can't afford it, I'm not going to talk crap about it just because somebody else
funny?
has it.
This guy keeps saying he's not a big Ghostbusters fan, but doesn't he have a fucking life-size, like, Slimer?
I do, but he's got a butt, and that's what's hilarious.
He does. He has quite the badunkin.
I literally bought it because he had Slimer butt cheeks. I'm like, I have to own that. I buy shit for the weirdest reasons. Shellheads, I'm sorry. That's just me. I can't help it.
Yeah, here I am, the actual Ghostbuster fan. I don't have a life-size Slimer. Because
it's crazy though. Exactly. Well, like like a lot of people, I myself missed out on the HasLab Unicron when that came out, right? And
did you miss out? I'm pretty sure you have it.
John,
no. When it came out, I did not have the means to pay for it, so I wasn't able to get in on that. So years later, though, again, like, you kind of work up to that where I actually came across a deal, and I had the cash available at that time. I was able to pick one up. All right, I paid more than I really wanted to for it, that more than that $500 initial release. But again, if that's something as a fan, if that's something you really want and collect, you kind of build in stages. You save yourself up that money for it. You make your goals and whatever. So I don't think that in that one point in time, I never really got frustrated, hated on anyone else that had one, or was like, just because someone else is selling it for $1,200, $1,300 and up as it kept going up through the years. Is one of those things where it's like, that's the nature of that beast, and if you are a collector, if you're a true fan, then you know how that goes. That's why a lot of times you get in on it while it's available before that happens.
Just because I was thinking about it because of Ghostbusters and prices. I know Tony's not getting it, but that wasn't
cool story. The fan of cheeks.
No, I see it in the chat. Apparently, I said something in the chat that I didn't say. Somebody typed for me, apparently. But no, I know Tony's not going for it, but are you going for the Mondos, the real Ghostbuster Mondos?
I am not. I'm really fighting in going into the that larger scale, Even though I'm really
Well,
really
Mondo's 6-inch.
those are 6 inches. Okay.
Ghostbusters
Yeah,
are
so it's
6
not necessarily the
inches.
larger scale.
Well, no, the reason I was
Um,
asking was because, like,
Yeah.
right now, Mondo has like a $25 off $200 purchase.
Mhm.
So when I went through and I purchased them today, I'm getting that set for like $179 or $189 or something, versus the 202 plus tax. So if it was something you're looking for, I would recommend buying now. We can get even cheaper.
Yeah, for me, those are a pass. I'm not going that deep as far as in Ghostbusters. I enjoy the plasma series, the ones after that. The ones from the HasLab that are going to be like from the part 2 of the movie. I think those are great. For me, that satisfies as far as my collection. I also have the what is it, that O-ring figures. I have those on pre-order, along with the
O-ring.
along with the smaller Ecto
Sorry.
one. So for me, I'm good, and I got my big ass Stay Puft Marshmallow Man this past weekend at the show. So with that, I'm kind of set. The only thing
With
I
the
would
one
get,
dirty ass leg. Sorry.
yes, I don't care though. I fucking love this guy.
Hold on, man. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's see it. We like to share here, Giggity.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, and you know what? I don't even care about the leg being like, because this is just for me to have, here in the office, for my collection.
He's got that stanky
And-
leg.
That's the
and
that's
Joey
the,
actually gave me a good price on it, so I was like, you know what? That's okay.
that's the Maddie collector one.
Yeah,
That's the one. I don't know if that's who'd you get it from?
Joey.
Oh, I can't. I'm horrible with names, but
The guy, he was in the back corner.
gotcha. That's the same one that well, not that exactly. That's the same figure that I sold to Jeff at my second show.
Mhm.
That came in that big ass briefcase that I opened up. It's the same Stay Puft.
So let me interject, guys. So cool story, bro. I am the Ghostbuster hater club. Everybody else loves it. So it's just me, brother. I'm the only one against you.
Yeah, no hate on Ghostbusters here.
He has
No,
Vigo.
so I don't hate on Ghostbusters, but for me, the Mondo it's really not enough to entice me to get into that line. Don't get me wrong, I did watch the cartoons a little bit, but I'm not that big on it where I have to jump in on that. Which is really weird because well, over the weekend at the show, Tammy ran across the real Ghostbuster figures that you guys were selling, the reissues. It was so funny because it took her back, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I had these when I was a little kid."
Yeah, no, definitely no Ghostbuster hate here. I'm waiting on my my 2 in the box to ship. I got my notice for the HasLab with the PKE meter in the trap. That's coming. Majority of the collection is Ghostbusters and Turtles. Definitely no hate.
I sold my wand over the weekend. So I'd ordered the Hasbro wand, which was basically, I mean, you could call it HasLab quality, I guess. It came in. I sold that thing like that. It was a good show.
Yeah, no, that wand, if you actually appreciated it, it's an amazing piece.
Well, I did. I appreciated it as it came into the mail and went back out on somebody's card.
That was the 84 wand, because I've got that one, and I also have the Spangler wand from Afterlife.
The
Both
84 wand?
Yeah, is the wand based on the 84 movie?
Johnny got it. All right.
I didn't hear what you said. I was making sure that you know the product you're selling.
Yeah, we're good. Keep going. It's fine. Everything's fine.
But and it's weird because sometimes there are some things that come out and you're like, oh crap, like it wasn't even in your radar as far as be collecting and jumping into, and then you're like, fuck, man, now I have to get this. Now this is part of my collection. This may become a problem because they're going to release other things in that line and so forth. And with going back to Mondo, when they did the X-Men, when they started doing those, like they did Wolverine and they did Sabretooth, and then and Magneto and all those guys, in that 12-inch scale. It's like, holy crap, man, these look really good.
Johnny,
but I've been able to resist Mondo up to the point where they released that John Nada figure from They Live. Now I'm like, oh, okay, now I have to.
When did they do the X-Men, man? Because I probably would have bought those. Is that recent or?
I think they started that last year or the year before. Yeah. So it's been like a couple years they've been releasing.
Was it when X-Men 97 took off or no?
Actually,
No.
a little bit before X-Men
Before
97
that.
took off.
Oh, okay.
I think the first one was Magneto, right? From that they
don't know.
released.
I haven't
Those are
kept
really-
track of who's been released because they're also doing Spider-Man too, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're starting. They have. I believe they announced what Venom.
I don't keep track of them.
Yeah, but it's crazy. If anyone out there knows and they're listening or watching this, comment. But yeah, as far as yeah, Mondo with that stuff, I'm like they're amazing figures, but man, at that price point, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go broke spending that much money. Same thing with Hot Toys. Like, my God, they're amazing, but I'm sitting there gonna like Jeff was trying to get me to buy that Darth Vader one he had.
Yeah.
Where the helmet was partially fucked up and it showed his face and stuff. It's an amazing figure. It looks amazing, but I'm like, dude, I'm not dropping that kind of money on another Hot Toy. I'm like,
I got my opinion, right? So like with the Hot Toys, because I haven't had a lot of experience, but my buddy Will, you guys know who he is. He has a lot of Hot Toys, and I've seen some of his pieces, and I'm like, they're really, really cool, but I can't bring myself to say it's worth what they go for. Now, getting to see that Ecto from Blitzway, that thing was dope, but it had the imperfections on the door, where it rubbed like inside the case and stuff like that. I feel like if
now,
I
have
paid,
you seen the Hot Toy like Batmobile, the '89 one?
no, the only ones that Will had were the Tumbler and the what the hell is the other one, man? The other oh Christ.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with that. It depends on your fandom. Like when you see something with that quality, even if it's not in your fandom, like you can definitely appreciate it and see like, okay, I get.
I appreciate the toy. I just can't bring myself to spend that kind of money. Like, I'd love to see Hot Toys do the freaking orca from Jaws. Give me that boat, dude. That'd be sick. I love obscure shit. Give me that boat.
Wheezy's like, the hell are you on about?
At first I forgot that I didn't know where he was going. He's like the orca. I'm like, what the fucking whale? And he's like I was like, oh, the ship. Gotcha. That makes sense.
But that'd be sick if you had the orca boat and they wanted to do a really cool Bruce to go along with it. I'd buy that all day, man. We don't have any good setups for something, and it's something iconic enough that would be cool. Like,
Oh my
Batman's
God.
cool. Back to the
Bruce
Future's
is a
cool.
touchy subject.
I just got the craziest idea. So Ripley inside the mech suit from Aliens.
That would be cool too.
That would be fucking insane.
But you have to give me
It actually
Bishop.
lights up and shit too. Like the lights on the. Oh my God, that would be so insane.
You have to give me. It's Bishop, right? You have to give me Bishop where he's torn apart,
So half a figure, okay.
and he looks
exactly.
like he looks like he's fucking Alfredo all over the screen. It like
Yeah.
tears him apart, and he's just like Alfredo. Like that's like the whole scene.
And how big is it supposed to be?
About 48 feet.
Oh Lord.
I love it. I love it. All right, so we're touching on it. We're touching. Oh, here we go. Hot Toys are cool. I have a buddy that has. Wait, that's all he collects, but I can't see myself spending $400 on a Tom Holland figure. Cool story, bro. I don't know how to say this without insulting you. Cool story, bro. All right, so Tom Holland. First of all, I wouldn't pay $400 for Tom Holland. Tom Holland's girlfriend, I'd probably pay $400 for her if she was a Hot Toy.
We can't do that anymore.
No.
Is that not the same? Is that not the same cast? Is that
No,
somebody
it
else's
is.
cast?
Just careful.
I thought we didn't have filters. You know what?
How you say it.
Let me go ahead and click.
Cancel
Let me go ahead and click
our first
stop.
line.
I don't know. I'm not a Hot Toys guy. I CSB. We might have to get shirts made because you're the first one to come on that say "cool story, bro." I don't know about the Hot Toys thing, man. $400 is great for some of these vehicles, and like the Hulkbuster. I guess there was a one of my peers said there was a Hulkbuster that came out years ago that was a Hot Toy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that thing's rad. I could see somebody spending the $400 for a Hot Toy Hulkbuster. It's only, I say it's only in the loose term, but it's only $400 for a toy that is damn near statue quality.
I want to know why Tom Holland is $400 because your average Hot Toy is like what 200, maybe 250.
Usually the aftermarket seems to go about that for
Is that what it is? 'Cause I'm like, man, 400 for a Tom Holland. It better come with like 4 different suits, real Venom, like Jesus.
I mean, you can't. I've seen some like on the second market. There were about 300, 200 to 300, depends on what kind of figure it is.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Also, it's one of those things where it's the eye of the beholder sort of thing, I guess.
Perceived value.
The quality though on them, like at least the ones I've seen, I've had to I've gotten to hold in hand, and actually see up close. I see where that value is coming at, the quality of it, the details. I've even seen we were talking about toy photographers that do their photography at professional level with hot toy figures though. Was that 1/6 shooter? He shoots with hot toys, and the quality, of some of his photographs, you would think it's the actual actor or the actual, character,
right?
The way he sets it up and the way the shot is done, you would think like, holy shit, this is, but no, it's an action figure, So I can see that, for some of those figures. And again, it's all, I know when that Spider-Man came out, there were a lot of fans of that Tom Holland version of Spider-Man and so forth. So I can see it, but me personally, I'm not spending that on his hot toy. I'm sorry. But I couldn't help myself. Like the what is it? Empire Strikes Back Vader. Like I had to. Like how cool was that? That the helmet lights up, right? Like that feature where where he's getting electrocuted, right? You have that sort of thing happening there. The lightsaber lights up, all the effects and everything, and then him without the helmet. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. And and again, I'm a Star Wars fan, so that takes me back to that moment in that movie. I'm like, hell yeah. Same thing with Michael Keaton's Batman. The quality on that is really great, and I love that movie as a kid. So, for me, I was like, all right, I can see the value in that. So I was like, all right, I'll pay for that. That's fine. But beyond that, I'm like, hell no, it's too expensive. Yeah, my wife's going to divorce me.
I can't get into any hot toys. I know if I start, it's going to be hard to stop. Like Pringles, I just
can't have just one.
I'll be going to shows every other week selling all my stuff to afford hot toys. And
you know what we ought to do, Wheezy? We ought to go in half and half on a hot toy, give it to Tony so he gets addicted, and then just watch him crash.
You almost did it with the damn Blitzway Ecto. How close I was to throwing down to Will the cash for that damn Ecto 1.
Get him a Blitzway Ghostbuster, and the next thing you know, he'll have to buy the Ecto 1.
I bought a damn Proton pack because I'm like, oh, this is cool. And now I'm like, I don't need that.
Hang it
but
on your
now I saw
wall.
the Blitzway. What?
Hang it on your wall.
Well, remember, I was going to hang it, and I was going to buy one to keep in the box.
Wow.
Yes.
I got a real problem. I get it.
Box ways.
By the way, for those of you guys that are listening and watching and not really aware what we're talking about, so this past weekend, there was a toy show in Tampa at the fairgrounds. All three of us were there. So
yes, we were.
We had our setup. We were
watching.
I'm going to step away. You guys keep going.
So we were sitting there slinging plastic for money.
One person left. Somebody that stopped watching. I have a feeling it was Rebel Girl.
She's like, I'm sick of you guys.
Because I can see on the thing, we have 3 people on YouTube watching us, which is amazing. I wish other people would comment, say hi, so we know who you are. We've also got one person on our Facebook page, but I'm 99% sure that one person is me to check our video. And I've realized that our video looks like it kind of sucks on the live stream. So I might have to look into getting a new camera to get a little bit better picture for the live streams. When we do our normal recordings, my video is fine. But right now, it's looking kind of rough. So I need to fix that myself.
Yeah, but for those of you guys that are watching, thank you so much. We do love and appreciate you guys. We would definitely love some feedback. So start throwing some comments in there. Thank you for in getting involved in the conversation. Cool story, bro. We'll definitely have to figure out something with you so Tony can send you some stickers, some Shellhead podcast
Absolutely.
stickers.
We got
Hey, Tony, just so you know, we lost a viewer.
Uh-oh.
It's your fault, by the way.
Yeah,
What is his name?
you can handle it. No, her name is Rebel Girl. She left.
Oh, whatever.
She stopped supporting us. She stopped.
And anyways, everyone else that came out to the show this weekend, thank you guys. Thank you guys that came, hang out, talked with us. Definitely appreciated all the feedback.
So Tony mentioned it earlier, I believe it was before we started recording, but it was really interesting because we've been doing this now. This is technically episode 13. It was cool to actually talk to people at the toy show who watch our podcasts or our video cast, whatever you want to technically call this, right? It was cool to talk to them because you could see they really enjoyed it. It was like, oh, we're actually talking to people who consider, not even I consider them, but they consider themselves fans. I was like, oh, this is actually a new realm that I've never been in, and it actually was nice to talk to the guys, have normal conversations, and they really enjoy what we're putting out. And of the times we've done this show, that was probably the first time that I was like, wow, this is actually enjoyed by others, not just Johnny's mom watching. You know what I mean?
Hi, Mom.
Hello,
Oh, hi, Gus.
So
hi, Tony's mom. She watches it too. It's weird. She watches it, but I'm her favorite.
And I would love to thank the fans who came out and that did talk to us. I'm just horrible with names. Horrible with names.
I agree. Same.
He still forgets my name.
I believe
Day 5 and he forgets.
I believe the one
Jeff.
joke was Steven, right? Steven was one.
Well, Steve always comes to see us.
No, I'm saying that watches the show and actually.
So we have. So
Steve,
throw it
okay,
out there.
I'll do names. No offense, Steve, when you do watch this.
No, we have Steve. Steve's awesome. Steve is the Green Ranger fandom of the world.
Right.
And so Steve comes out and sees us at every show. He's been to the house. Steve, we love you, man. Thank you so much for your patronage. He promotes. He does everything he can do for us, and we appreciate him. We have Dave. Dave is one of my two regulars that come out and look for Transformers. I can't remember the other guy's name, and I apologize. But Dave always comes out and says hey and buys a couple things. And I'm glad everybody made out from the storm. So good to hear that and good to interact with the customers and know that you guys all made out well. And there's a bunch of other people who I've never made first name basis with, but they are regulars and we appreciate you. You guys always come out and support us at the shows. You always buy something. We appreciate you. And we're glad you made it through the storm. But to Weezy's point, yeah, man, those folks who keep talking about us and promoting us, we appreciate you. You're what keep us going. We're here because you guys give us so much love and keep us doing what we're doing. So
shout out to Steve, by the way. It was nice conversating with you, man. And we had a lot of fun talking about Legend of the White Dragon. He was looking at that figure from Valverse and just conversating and hanging out. That was actually really cool. I did enjoy that. So thank you for stopping by, man. That was a lot of fun. And for everyone else that was out there at the show, and then we did talk about the podcast here and there with a couple people that came up. And if you guys are watching after that show and everything, definitely comment below, man. We definitely love some feedback from you guys as well. New faces, new crowds. But yeah, I mean, and also everyone that just came out to that toy show this weekend.
For sure.
Thank you guys. It was a lot of fun. It was a great show, and I was so happy just to get back into just hanging out with people and talking about toys and having that blast. And it was awesome. It was really good. It was a much needed change of pace, especially after the past month with the storm and all the BS that followed with it. So it was good to see a lot of people just kind of come together and have a good time and just, enjoy their fandoms, and conversate. And man, I met a lot of people that really, it was great introducing them to third-party Transformers, because they've never seen the Magic Square. They've never seen the New Age. Yeah, and so it was great seeing the look on their face when they saw how these figures look. And I had my phone with me. I would pull up the YouTube videos that I have on the J5's YouTube. These figures out of box and stuff, and they're just like, "Holy shit, this is the quality." Yeah, So
You know
it was
what?
fun seeing that.
I'm gonna be kind right now. I'm gonna give away money that's not mine. I'm gonna spend money that's
Oh.
not. But
So Tony, all right, go ahead.
so cool story, bro. Here says it's cool what you guys are doing. I'm proud of you, and I'm excited to see what you'll having go in the future. What you'll have going on in the future. I can't read words is hard. So I think Tony should send him a Shellhead shirt. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. You know
I'll
what?
tell you what. I'm
Hey.
down. I'll do it. I'll put it up. I don't
Shoot us an email. We got the Shellhead Podcast email. If you want to shoot us your info on there, and then we'll definitely we'll get in touch with you and see about making that happen.
Cool story, bro. We're gonna get you something, man. Reach out to us, make contact, whatever it is. I'm gonna get you something, whether it's a shirt, a hoodie, a hat, whatever it is. We've got it on our website. In fact, 1 second, I'm actually gonna, since we're live, I'm gonna go ahead and share the Shellhead fourth wall, man, just because we're talking about it.
It's been eating at him.
I know,
has,
right?
but-
Like,
Cool story, bro. Here you go, man. We got hoodies, stickers, shoes, hat, whatever it is, man. We got it all. Hell, I want a pair of shoes. I haven't ordered them yet. But we got some cool stuff. So we'll see what's up, man. We appreciate you.
all right. So shoot us an email there, shellheadpodcast@gmail.com, man, and we'll figure something out. We'll get something sent to you.
So,
email. I didn't know that.
oh my God.
I'm in on all this.
All right, so I do want to touch base on a couple things. So, yes, it was a great show. It was great meeting everybody, seeing everybody, talking to everybody. Like Johnny said, it's been a couple months, even for us as Shellheads, to get out there. And Wheezy knows we haven't been for a minute, interacted with the community, and it was cool to see everybody and interact. And I felt bad. We had the storm. We didn't expect traffic. We didn't expect anybody. And it was great to see people showing up and know that they weren't they weren't hurt by the storm. So that was awesome. I was very, very happy to hear that. But I want to talk about something that came up during our normal feed that we don't know if it's real or not. It could be bogus. It could be fake. He's giggling because he knows what it is. So it's about NECA, and this might be fake news, but we're Shellheads, and we believe everything we read on the internet. So what came up was, is NECA leaving Target? And I will tell you this from personal experience. There are a couple of Targets that I've been to where the collectible section for NECA has been wiped out and moved to an aisle space. Real small aisle space, almost like, Turtles or Transformers or whatever, just a small spot in the aisle. And that's happened. But what's being posted is being said is that NECA's done, and that Target is just like, we're done. There's no more NECA. When we sell, they're done. And the reasoning behind it is NECA is shelf warming and it's not making Target any money. So why would we carry them? So with that, I'm going to open the forum because I know Wheezy is chomping at the bit. His beard is getting bigger. And so I'm going to leave it a go.
It's
And
like Play-Doh. It just kind of grows when you eyes shrink down.
yeah, whatever, Santa. Go ahead. What do you got?
No, I mean, it's a rumor, right? So until I've got to connect that Target. I'll just make sure to email him, see if he's heard anything about this. But it's Shellhead believes all things on the Facebook and all the internet nonsense.
Truth.
No, I don't believe it at all. Especially when it's like I asked, like, hey, where'd you hear this from? And the response is, "Oh, managers at my local stores." And like I told you guys earlier, from my experience, especially working retail, unless it's like a general manager, managers half the time don't know anything that's going on when it comes to product, vendors, anything. And anybody who's been looking for NECA turtles within the past few years have gone in, oh, can you check the back? 90% of the time you ask a manager, they don't even know what the hell a NECA is or a turtle. Like they can't help you because they don't have the information. They don't know, or it's like, oh, well, can we get it? Oh, no, the vendor has to do it, and they don't know what's going on. Like managers in these stores are really clueless when it comes to things. So if a manager's saying it, I can't believe that either until it becomes an actual thing from like a general manager or a district manager. You know what I mean? Who would actually know what's going on. I just can't see Target getting rid of them because my local stores, they sell like crazy. Maybe some of the horror stuff sits in, but NECA in general gets a pretty good cycle rotation of product. Now, if it's like in the middle of the boondocks, there might be one store that has every turtle ever made because nobody buys them. I can see those stores losing everything and being sent to other stores and not getting any more because they don't sell. That I can believe happening. No, that's it. Cool.
Well, let me ask you this, Tony. Why do you believe this rumor? What makes you think this is really like a thing here?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, no, I feel like as I'm checking, so I have two targets by me. I have like what I call my good target, and my bad target. My good target usually has whatever I need on shelf, and it's well taken care of. I have the bad target where they might have what you need, but it's fucked. It's like shoved in places, and you know what I mean? Like it's not organized. There's no rhyme or reason. And it's just not fun to sort through, I guess you could say. If you find what you need, it's usually destroyed. If you're an open box guy, it's fine. But I feel like those targets could very well follow suit where they say, okay, we're not selling this enough because I see the same items on shelf week in and week out in the NECA section. Pops are pops, right? They're either going to sell or they're not. Whoever the collectors are, they either have it or they don't, and whatever. But as far as NECA is concerned, it's always a mess, and it's always just shelf warming. Unless it's like the hottest toy that came out that people are looking for, it's always shelf warming. So it's not generating revenue for Target. So my thought is, third party or not, it's not generating revenue. And I'm thinking from a business standpoint, it's not generating revenue, and it's not drawing traffic. So there's no reason for them to keep that section going. So take it out and either A, put it in the aisle or do away with it altogether.
Okay.
So go ahead, man. So the problem that you kind of run into with the technicalities of it is that anybody who's been following the drama of Turtles since the beginning of NECA getting them is that Playmates prevents them from being in the toy aisles, right? So that's one of the reasons why they were in electronics.
They don't want competition, right?
Yeah, they can't have Turtles in the toy aisles because Playmates and Turtles, yada, yada, yada.
Right, yeah.
So a couple of 2 years ago, is when Target first started taking out their collectible spots and putting them in the toy aisles. They started moving them, not every store, some stores here, they were testing it out. But I always wondered, how is that going to affect Turtles if they can't be in the toy aisle, but now they're moving the collectibles to the toy aisles? That was never shown because the stores that moved the items still had a collectibles section in electronics where they kept essentially all the horror that they don't want in the toy aisle because it's horror, Turtles, and then other random adult collectibles. But they took, like all the Dragon Ball Z, all the anime stuff, started making its way into the toy aisle. So it's like they separated it. It was weird. I'm wondering if it's part of that type of thing going on again. But if they get rid of it, I just don't see how Turtles is going to be in the toy aisle. So then it makes you wonder what they're going to do with that. If they're just going to keep it in electronics, just get rid of the collectible section. Who knows?
That's interesting. So if anyone here that is watching or listening or later on, comment if you actually know some of the behind the scenes things with this. If you got some insider on that, leave a comment, fill us in.
You know what?
I'm curious about that.
The CEO of Target's watching right now. He should let us know.
He better be.
Guy. Why don't you tell us what's going on?
CEO.
Oh man. So I'm kind of curious.
Oh, here we go.
We're just shift things a little bit. Yeah.
Hold on. Happened.
Oh. Hey guys, I hated Mrs. Show this past weekend. It sounds like it was a good one. I think Target is pulling back on toys in general. I'm not sure about NECA, but Transformer selection sucks.
Well, that's because Transformers kind of sucks.
Whoa!
Oh, watch your mouth there. Watch your mouth, boy.
Nope.
All right, no. You know what? It is true. The selection lately has not been that great, and I just think that's just a Hasbro thing lately. To be honest, if you're a mainline Hasbro collector, there's really not a lot that's been really exciting going on, in my opinion. But if you're into third-party Transformers, whether you're into Legend scale or Masterpiece scale, there's been a lot of cool stuff happening. Right now, as far as if you're into the third party, there's the whole Devastator war going on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's literally like 5 or 6 different companies releasing their own version of Devastator. And some of them are actually really interesting. And what's really weird is this has been going on before Hasbro even announced their Studio Series 86 Devastator, which honestly, when you start looking at these other ones, you're like, you kind of laugh at the 86.
This could be a whole cast. Which Devastator do you need? Like, that should be a whole thing by itself.
None.
I do love the concept though, where it's like that one, I can't remember the name of the company, where it's almost like a scramble city, where you can actually, the legs can be the arms or vice versa on that one. And especially with that scale, I think it's really cool. That's a cool concept, as far as a Devastator. It's very different and interesting. So that might be something, we can pull up some pictures and have a talk about that down the road.
There's so much crazy going on with Devastator right now. It's gross. Hey, can we do a little show and tell? How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you get the Chip and Dale music. Like, what are we showing?
I'll have to expand my screen. All right. So this weekend was great for me. I did a little hunting. We don't normally get to, but as Wheezy said, like before and after the show, we had a really great opportunity to go around and see what people had, and just kind of like hunt out and shop and whatever. And of course, that was a time where J5 was selling pops galore. But I was able to score some Robotech, some Macross that I was extremely excited to find. Complete, very good quality. I'm a big, as I said before, I'm a big Robotech guy. This is Mospeda, which is the Cyclone bike series. And so I got this.
Oh, yeah.
And it's complete, ladies and gents.
It's pretty clean, too.
I mean, I'm surprised you bought that because, it's not in a real box.
I won't buy many things loose, but this was fucking dope. I was so excited. I haven't taken him out yet. I have to unclip him, but I'm very excited to do so. And then one other thing I got was for my gigantic Terradrome, which I had no business buying. But here you go. Here's the next piece.
Oh, wait, did you?
I had no business buying.
Did you get it? Did you?
Yeah, I bought the scale. That's unnecessary. Buying so much crap I don't need.
Man, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters, man.
Exactly.
Welcome
I'm
to
actually
Toy
surprised
Show.
you didn't go buy that Cobra bunker.
Dude, I wanted the black one. I have the red one. I wanted the black one. I'm like, meh.
See, C gets it. Well, C doesn't understand that you bought it open. Like, C does not get that.
No. Not at all. Oh.
So, what else did you pick up?
So I got let's see. I bought that. I bought the it's in the other room. I can't really bring it. I bought the Scorponok. Funny story. So this shit still makes me bad. So I went and bought. I'm sorry. I went to go look at this Scorponok statue thing. I wanted it. I said, I'll be right back. I walked back to my booth. I'm helping a customer. I turn around. Johnny's walking up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Johnny's like, what? He's walking up this big old box of Scorponok. I'm like, why'd you buy that? That was supposed to be mine. He's like, well, I bought it. I'm like, I know, but
I gave me an amazing offer on it. I would have literally been a dumbass if I said no to that offer.
I was so mad. And then halfway through the day, Johnny goes, well, I'll sell it to you.
Will, thank you so much. I did appreciate that, but I did end up selling it to Tony. I did end up selling it to Tony because he felt really butthurt about the Scorponok. So I said, you know what? That's fine. I really don't have the room for it. And then I was gonna turn around and sell it. And so, Tony, to show how much I fucking love you, bro, I literally turned down a $200 profit.
Yeah, but you can't love me that much because you bought it for $150 and sold it to me for $200.
I know, and I could have made $2 more on that. But I said, no, man, I got a guy here who really wants it, and I'm actually cutting him on that. So I turned down a $200 profit, so you can have that guy.
Within 2 hours of buying it, Johnny, you're like, hey man, I'll sell to you for $200. I paid $150, but you know,
I know, because you kept crying for it about it, man, and I was like, shit. And I literally told my wife, I was like, man, if this doesn't sell here, I was like, I get to keep it. And she's like, okay. So like, really, where do you have room for it? And I was like, I'll figure it out. And she's like, okay, if it doesn't sell.
Johnny's like,
oh, you know what's crazy though? My wife was like, yo, minimum 250. Don't go below.
Dope piece. It really is dope.
It
piece,
is. And so, and I initially had it for 4. And so I turned down this one guy that was talking to me. I was like, well, hold on. I have someone else who's interested in it. And I was like, Tony gets first dib. And I told my wife, I was like, hey, look, I'm not going to sell it to her for $150. I'll do $200. So at least it's a $50 profit. She's like, okay, that's your friend. So I understand.
I don't know, man. It's a weird thing to do because, like, you say you're like, oh, they made an offer. How could I refuse that? And I'm thinking if they made me that offer, I'd be like, oh, cool. Hey, Tony. They said,
but I didn't know Tony wanted. He never said a thing to me about it. We were both walking by. We're like, oh my God, that piece is amazing. And I'm sitting there like, I want that. I didn't realize he's sitting there thinking he wants it too. So when I went there, because I went and I was talking to Will and I was talking to, I believe that was his girl next to him, right, doing the illustrations. And so I had commissioned her to do a Godzilla illustration for Tammy, right?
Oh, shit.
What is that?
You can bring stuff up. I did not know we could do that.
Right?
What happened? Who's doing that?
That's me.
Oh, okay. But anyways, so I didn't realize that Tony had wanted it. All right. And so that's why I kind of felt bad afterwards when I was seeing him get all butthurt about it. And he's still complaining about it like an hour later. And I was like, all right, you know what? I was like, I'm actually willing to let this go. All right, because it was at the point where I made the agreement in the first place. Like, if I can't move it here, I told my wife, if I can't move it here at this show today, I'm taking it home and I'm keeping it. And she's kind of been like, and I was like, all right, well, we'll move it. All right, and then so when I told her, I was like, hey, I'm gonna give it to Tony. I'm not gonna do it for $150, I'm gonna do $200. So there, it's a $50 profit. She's like, that's your friend, that's fine. Because at first she was like, you're not selling this below $250. When I told her what I paid for it, I was like, okay. I was like, damn, she was like, she was gangster with some of the deals we were making.
When you walked up with that thing, Tony's face, and you see the smoke coming out of his ears like a cartoon character. He was so mad.
I was like, ooh, bitch.
Oh, that shit was fucking hilarious.
So let's talk about the show, man. What?
I wanted to display him. Like, it's crazy. I actually wanted to display him with the Studio Series Cell in Planet Mode, and I wanted to have him holding it up.
That'd be really cool.
That's why I was planning on displaying it. But I mean, well, you know, whatever. Tony's happy, so that's fine, I guess.
Well, it's in a box in the room right now, but so let's go ahead and jump on that. So, Jeff Davis, you're not on, man. You're not watching apparently, because you would have logged on at some point, but we are talking about the show. It is 9:45. I know you're going to do your own review tomorrow, but let's go ahead and recap ourselves on the show and how it went. So I'm going to say that, you know, we got in there Friday. I did all the setup. Wheezy could not make it. That's okay. It was just not the right timing. But yeah, you showed up. You got to work, man. You showed up on Saturday. Set up your small table at the end of the rest of the booth, and we were solid, man. Shellhead Toys was there. We were in effect. Very cool piece.
He had these there, so if you missed out on them.
If you missed it, message Wheezy.
Yep.
I can make that happen.
They're super creepy.
These are so cool. A lot of fun.
Wheezy's all on it. But Johnny 5, they were all set up. J5 Toys, they had a great little booth set up, and we were ready to rock, man. We what's up?
I also want to send out a thank you to everyone that supported Grub Sport. bought merch, bought stickers, coloring books, everything like that. And
Stickers.
thank you guys so
Mutant
much.
Death Match.
Definitely appreciate it. I honestly, before going to the show, I was a little worried about that. I was like, man, like no one's gonna. What if no one really likes this? What if they're looking at this,
Deatheroni.
like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know. But it was so cool to see kids actually enjoy it as well as much as adults, and that was actually, it was a lot of fun to see that. And I was actually really happy that we moved some coloring books, we moved some sticker packs, we moved some individual stickers. So that was really good. Like it really kind of it really helped, reinforce that, there is something here with it, and hearing people's reaction to the characters, and when we kind of explain some of the bios and stuff, that was really awesome. So everyone that supported that, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that.
You just have to run with it, because Wheezy and I had the fortunate opportunity of seeing a girl who had super cute. She was super cool, and she had a Food Fighters shirt on.
Yeah, that was a dope shirt.
And I'd never seen one before, and I was like, "That shirt is fucking amazing."
I didn't even realize they had shirts.
Oh my god, it was so
She
cool.
got it from Toy Snobs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was very, very cool. So cool on her. But anyway, so back to like attendance and everything. So, we have our regulars again. Like I said before, I was excited to see them come back. They made it through the storm and stuff like that. And I gotta say, I wish Jeff was on, because the show was successful. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting the traffic. And even the people that came in, for the most part, they were buying. Now, they were a little more selective. They didn't have the same, in my opinion, same cash and the same like freedoms to buy whatever they wanted. But they were there. They were there in full effect. They wanted to buy. I think they just wanted to get out and get away from the thoughts of having the storm. And so they were purchasing. And were they purchasing on the same level as other shows? No, but they were still buying. And so I know Weezy and I are very appreciative of the Shellhead community coming out, supporting, and buying. And again, we all appreciate you guys coming out. You got to come out and just chill for a weekend and got to see all your favorite vendors. And I feel like everybody did something, and it wasn't a bust by any means. It was a very well thought out, very well executed show. And I think the vendors all, for the most part, did some kind of good.
TK, thank you, man.
Yes.
Every
TK,
show, man, you always bust your ass. You work hard, and you keep things moving for the vendors, especially Sunday morning. Yeah, TK, you don't get enough appreciation, brother. But we do love you. We appreciate you, man.
Johnny, I you know what? I'm gonna double down on that shit. I'm gonna say that Jeff. I've said this to you before, man. TK is your backbone. That dude is more appreciated by the vendors than you could even possibly imagine. He helps us all out. He's very organized. He's the coolest dude you got to talk to, and he does not lose his cool while he is dealing with the pressure. So, Jeff, give that man a raise if you haven't already. Hug him, give him a smooch on the cheek, whatever you guys do. But that cat's on point. He puts it out. He works very hard for you. We appreciate you, TK. We love you, man.
We got to send him a shirt or something too.
Dude, I have Showhead Toys thongs where it's just,
Oh Lord, nope. That's not the kind of appreciation anyone needs.
So, all right, so we're working on our last 7 minutes here. We're gonna round it up and see if we can cut this off in a minute. But we got 7 minutes. What else we want to bring up? What else you guys got? Show
Tony. Thank you, by the way, for hooking this up. I really
Tokan Razar.
Yeah, that's been on my hunt list for a while, and
very
especially
cool.
Since I didn't want to pay some of the crazy aftermarket prices for them. So I'm really glad you hooked it up for me.
Did he hook it up or give it to you for the free 50 free?
Damn near.
Pretty close. It was a damn good price. I will admit that.
So
what do you got there?
So also picked up.
Oh.
Some little G1 action. So this actually, I did have this figure when I was a kid, and so
all right, a little G Fun action.
Yeah, I love the little, where clips in, you roll it, and he bounces back. So I was actually, when I saw this, Alex, thank you so much, man. He was booth next to me, and I saw this and he hooked it up. And the cool thing is, it came with all the
nice.
Yeah, it's missing the.
He's a good cat. Alex is a good
yeah,
cat.
it's missing the blaster, but he said he has it, and so I'll have to catch up with him some other time on that. But man, that was awesome. Also got a G1 Megatron inbox
At the
So
show?
Yeah,
From who?
yeah. My brother and his girlfriend actually bought it for me.
From who?
I don't know the guy's name. I can't remember his name.
I didn't see one. I walked around too.
Yeah, give me a minute. You guys continue on.
Rats,
Give me a
man.
minute.
Wow.
Wheezy, what'd you do?
I didn't do nothing. I've been good.
What'd you get at the show? Anything?
Yeah. The only thing I picked up from the show was the White Dragon set from Valaverse.
Oh yeah. Who'd you get that from?
I got it from some guy named J5 Toys.
Oh, I don't hang out with him.
Yeah, no, that guy. I don't know who he is, but yeah, no.
Yeah, fuck
Pretty
that
dope.
guy.
Like I saw it at his booth, I was like, oh, that's cool, but I think I'm a pass on it because if it doesn't, scale with Hasbro figures, I don't need it. So I went around that entire show looking for somebody with lightning figures from Hasbro so I could see if they scaled together. Only one booth had lightning figures. Only one booth had that entire show, and it was Destroy All Toys.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't been by that dude's booth in a while.
Yeah, he was the only one that had lightning figures, and he let me borrow one. So I ran back to J5's booth and I measured them up. I'm like, God damn it, they scale. Now I need to buy this damn thing.
So, what do
I
we
do.
got to do to get the brothers from NECA on board? Damn it, Johnny.
The brothers who aren't brothers, but you
It's
call them
complete.
Yes. Damn it, Johnny.
The box is not as clean as I'd like, especially for the price the guy was charging for it. And so that's why I initially passed on it, because this condition isn't the price he was charging for. I was like,
I
holy
would have bought it. I would have bought it.
Yo, he asked $500 for it, and I was like, man, box condition. I was like, nah, like this I would have done $450, but
you didn't buy it.
I didn't. My like I said, my brother.
Bro, I'd throw you 6 for it the way it is.
Okay, well, you know what? You're that guy I would have sold it to for $650. But like I said, thank you, Gus and Nicole. I definitely appreciate that. It is a beautiful piece. It's complete. It's very nice. It's the figure itself is actually pretty clean. So,
But yeah, so I'm hoping that with me getting that dragon set, that our listener or viewer Steve gets jealous because I got it and he didn't. So that's all.
I hate to ruin your parade on that one. Steve already has that figure.
Are you sure? Because he and I were discussing it an hour before I bought it from you, or when he was there, and he said that he was looking forward to eventually getting it.
Oh, he was telling me that he already has it because he was looking at it when he came over and talked to me, and that's what he told me. He already had it, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, hey, hang on, guys. Hold on. Cool story, bro. 1988. Are you one of the NECA brothers?
What?
Please tell me if you are. Please hurry up and tell me if you are. Are you the long-haired one or the short-haired one? This would be hilarious. If it's the long hair, I liked watching your hair in the wind. This is going to be hilarious. Please tell me it's you guys.
Still on my wish list one day. All right, what's still on your wish list?
G1.
He wanted the G1 Megatron. We have to wait and see because I swear to God, if Cool Story Bro is one of the brothers, holy crap!
It feels like he's a NECA brother.
I'm not doing anything. It just keeps like scrolling down.
That's me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Every time you play one, it scrolls the chat down for us.
Oh my God! If it comes up, he's one of them. That's gonna make me laugh.
Oh my gosh,
that would be hilarious. We have to wait. Now we have to wait.
If that's the case, bro, you got to come on the podcast sometime. That'd be
awesome. 100%. They're both hilarious, dude. They're both great.
Or maybe he's just, somebody who really likes NECA like I do, and maybe we're NECA brothers because we just love NECA so much.
That's a really weird statement.
I mean, if we look at my collection, majority of it behind me is NECA. So I mean,
Oh.
when you look at this collection, I have roughly 400 NECA figures behind me.
So mail call for today, by the way. Look at that. Magic Square.
Damn. Another Magic Square. This guy.
So, by the way, this one here does transform into a blaster. Fits into the hand of the Masterpiece Scale Bruticus that they're coming out with.
It's Tim from the Facebook chat, but I'm a brother who collects NECA. Ow. Tim, you are so brother that ain't even funny.
He's like, get your shirt now. Now we know who he is.
It's a darker cast.
Wow.
He's
That's
our
awesome.
boy. We love him. Tim, we love you, man. We're glad you're back in South Florida.
You still
Oh,
get a
man.
shirt, though, Tim. We'll still get you a shirt.
Yeah, we'll still
And
get
some
you
stickers. We're going to throw some stickers in there.
Gotta need something free, apparently, right? All right, guys. Are we done?
I believe so, unless
It
you
sounds
guys
like
got
we
something
are.
else.
Well, we don't have anybody else like wrapping it up. I mean, Tim's Tim, but
Or you want to do some shameless plugs? I mean, you kind of already
yeah,
did a little
let's
bit
do it, man. Let's go. So, anyway, Shellheads. All right, we're gonna do our shameless plugs. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna get out of here for you tonight. So, Johnny, please go ahead with that shameless plug.
All right. So, as you guys know, j5toys.com, we got free shipping on there. Inventory is being added in slowly. Also, Grub Sport. It's links are going to be there for the link tree for that. Guys, please show some support, buy some merch, buy some stickers, buy some shirts. All the money goes into that goes into producing the toy. Deatheroni is pretty much ready. So we're going to be
Ooh, bitch.
yeah, so now we got to work on McPain and then Twizzy, and we'll have Wave 1 ready to go.
Jean-Claude
guys-
Van Damme. Sorry.
Yeah, so guys, yeah, the more you guys buy the merch and support, the more we'll be able to fund this and get it going.
Very cool.
You know what? If you need like another clam figure, the Claminator.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Can it be a ham? Can it be like a ham and be like a Haminator? Sorry.
You know what it ought to be, like a T-bone steak.
But it can't be ham. It's a different. Oh, it's a different protein.
We can call it T-Boss.
Oh man,
He's riding on a waterfall. So he just plugged.
this went sideways really fast.
Do you have something to plug there, Shellhead?
Can we do T-Boss, but it's like a T-bone steak?
Plug your stuff. Plug away.
Left thigh can be a ribeye.
Oh,
Oh my God. T-bone, ribeye, and chili.
Just a bowl of chili.
Oh shit.
Not even a bowl, just like a plop of chili.
And you know what's funny? You said like instead of her just being like a chili pepper, like no, she's a bowl of chili. Like,
Oh my God, my stomach hurts. This is why live is so much better.
Oh my god! All right,
Oh, I
hey
heard so
Tim,
many
cool
places.
story, bro. Yeah, definitely. We would love to see you at a show, man.
Whew.
So Tony, are you going to be at the Toy Jam coming up later this month?
I had not put in for it. It's a smaller show. It usually has like a cool little turnout. I might go as a patron because I want to buy some things to sell, to resell, I should say. So I'll go and I'll be a buyer, for sure. I'll check it out and see what's going on.
Yeah,
you
we'll
have
have to figure out another show for you guys to come out to in Terminator. Jesus Christ, Rebel, we're gonna bring that shit back up.
Holy shit!
Oh man, what the fuck?
6 podcasts later, still winning.
I'm gonna black out. Oh crap! No pun intended. Whew. All right, we gotta cut this off before I cut myself off. All right, guys, gals, everybody, thank you. Jesus Christ,
Thank
we've
you
had a
guys so
great
much.
night. Thank you, Shellheads. Thank you so much for coming out. You guys, it's been awesome. It's been great doing this live. We really appreciate all of you. We're going to try to do this more often. It's not going to be the normal forum. We're just trying it tonight, see how it works. We're going to do our regular Tuesday night records and probably going to do a live Thursday night cast just to talk about whatever and get interaction from the crowd. So please log in, talk to us. Just
He's like, Thursday night, what the fuck?
yeah, BS, see what's up. Whatever we have to do to make more week for Wheezy, we're all right with. No, nobody. All right. So
yeah, we'll work on that, man. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do some live casts here and there. Maybe like a once a week or once a month.
Whatever. Yeah. Let's just have fun with it. I enjoy knowing that the crowd is going to banter back with us. But as always, it's not going to be edited, but I'm going to try to do it myself now and hopefully it works out. With everything, we're going to always say no tips.
Now everybody gets to see you do it finally.
Right. So now
there you go. That was the whole reason for the